Chapter 19, Cooling the Flames, Navigating Arguments and Repair. Arguments in open relating are rarely about what they appear to be. They begin with jealousy, insecurity, or a moment of feeling unseen. And before you know it, you're fighting about something that happened 6 months ago, 12 lovers ago, or in your childhood kitchen in 1994. In open relating, emotions can run high. Jealousy, insecurity, and feelings of exclusion can ignite arguments that spiral quickly because the stakes feel personal. Love stretches. Attachment stretches. Our wounds stretch. Polyamory doesn't create triggers, it reveals them. Repair, therefore, becomes a core skill, not a last resort. This chapter is your roadmap for cooling down, stepping out of the spiral, and returning to connection with compassion, drawn from lived experience and from the principles of Marshall Rosenberg's nonviolent communication. Recognize the flames. Fuck up, the snarky remark. Esperanza was at a party when her partner Kingston became deeply engaged with someone new, laughing, flirtatious body language, the unmistakable NRE glimmer. She could feel the jealousy rising, and instead of pausing to notice her trigger, a snarky, passive-aggressive comment flew out of her mouth before she even realized it was happening. She had now interrupted their scene and triggered a defensive response from Kingston. Something like, "Oh wow, you two look cozy," or worse, "Glad you remembered you came here with me." Kingston stiffens. The mood shifts. The entire night pivots on one badly timed sentence, and before she knew it, the night devolved into a full-blown argument. Action step. The moment you feel the spark, the heat in your chest, the clench in your stomach, the "I don't like this" rising, name it internally. Wow, I'm really feeling triggered right now. It sounds simple, but this is emotional CPR. Awareness interrupts escalation. Ignoring early signs is what creates explosions later. Next, take a step back. Fuck up, the overreaction. After the snarky remark, Esperanza feels embarrassed, then defensive, then furious, a classic emotional domino effect. Instead of breathing, she accuses Kingston of violating agreements that may not have even existed. He pushes back. She pushes harder. Suddenly, they're not arguing about the party dynamic. They're arguing about old wounds and every unresolved insecurity in the relationship. Action step. When you feel the heat rising, step back. Take 3 breaths. Put a hand on your heart. Give yourself a hug or a squeeze. Shake your body back and forth. Hold your own hand. Allow yourself to feel safe, feel protected. Step outside if you can. Rosenberg calls this self-empathy, acknowledging your own feelings and unmet needs before dumping them all over somebody else's feet. You don't have to solve anything in that moment. You just have to pause. Next, communicate your feelings. This next one is a fuck up, choose your own adventure tour. There's a couple of options. First, ask permission before you unload. One of the most common reasons repair conversations go sideways is that one person starts talking before the other person is ready to listen. Psychologist Dr. Hazel Grace Yates teaches a conflict repair framework often summarized as REPAIR, and one element is especially relevant here: permission. Before launching into a charged conversation, give your partner enough time to consent to the discussion itself. It can sound like, "I need to talk about something related to the party. On a scale of 1 to 5, this is about a 4 for me. Are you in a place to hear it now, or should we schedule time later?" This does 3 important things at once. It signals emotional intensity without ambushing. It allows your partner to regulate before engaging. It turns conflict into collaboration instead of collision. Repair conversations don't fail because people care too much. They fail because someone feels cornered. Fuck up option 1, the silent treatment. Knowing that Kingston had violated an agreement, Esperanza decided that arguing was pointless. She was hurt, overwhelmed. She was convinced Kingston should just know. So she left the party without a word and made up the couch at home for him to find when he got home. She intended it as a message. He received it as abandonment. Silence isn't clarity, it's distance. It creates a wall between you, leading to misunderstandings and resentment. Action step. Instead of retreating into silence, ask for a check-in and a time that works for them to come with an I statement instead of accusations. I felt insecure when I saw. I made up a story that. I'm scared that. Rosenberg reminds us, when we express our feelings, we connect with others' compassion and understanding rather than their defensiveness. Fuck up option 2. Yuck their yum. Knowing that Kingston hadn't violated any agreements, the insecurity still burned. Instead of tending to her own emotional fire, she marched over and interrupted their scene, fabricating an argument, shutting down their joy, and canceling their experience. It didn't create connection. It created resentment. Action step. Identify which trigger is yours. Resource yourself. Talk to a friend. Go to a party, angel, or guardian. Step away to leave yourself a voice memo. I call this convenient journaling. Let the feelings breathe so you don't suffocate your partner's experience. Then talk later, not in the middle of their moment. Next, active listening. Fuck up, the defensive stance. Kingston shared his feelings, and instead of listening, Esperanza countered with her own, becoming defensive. Well, I felt neglected. You're not the only one with issues. You should hear how I suffered. She wasn't listening. She was scorekeeping. Instead of finding common ground, they both just ended up feeling more isolated. Action step. Mirror back what they said as neutrally as you can, without interjecting your own feelings or assessment. What I'm hearing is, that sounds painful. I can understand why you felt that way. Say it in as factually accurate a way as possible. Rosenberg says listening is a gift we give to others, and by genuinely hearing your partner, you foster a safe space for open dialogue. It's also a gift that unlocks de-escalation and restores connection. Next, reassess the situation. Blame is emotional quicksand. In the heat of an argument, it's easy to start blaming one another for insecurities. Fuck up, the blame game. Esperanza launched in, if you weren't so flirty. Kingston retorted, if you didn't need so much attention. And they volleyed back and forth. If you weren't like this, I wouldn't feel like that. Blame feels satisfying in the moment, like you're regaining control. But it actually makes you powerless because you put your emotional state in someone else's hands. It only deepens the divide between you. Action step. Be curious and communicate. Shift the focus from blame to understanding by asking questions. What need of mine is going unmet right now? What fear is underneath this? Is this jealousy or is this an old wound wearing a new outfit? Rosenberg teaches us that feelings are never the problem. Our feelings are indicators of our needs being met or unmet. What they're pointing to is what needs care, understanding, and clarity. Next, find common ground. Mini takeaway. Arguments escalate when people feel unsafe. They resolve when people feel seen. Fuck up. The standoff. This is the moment where neither partner wanted to bend. Both felt justified. Both felt wronged. Both dug in. Both partners were now so entrenched in their positions they were arguing not to understand, but to win. In this state, no resolution seems possible, and winning the argument loses the connection. Action step. Find even the smallest shared truth. Work together to identify common ground, even if all you can find is that we're both hurting. We're talking past each other. We both want to feel secure. From here, collaborate, don't compete. Agree on a tool or a ritual, stepping away, a whispered check-in, a squeeze of the hand when jealousy spikes. Create a safety net between you. Shared reality is the antidote to emotional standoffs. In order to connect with others, we must first connect with ourselves, Rosenberg reminds us. Next, implement a cooling off period. Naming intensity and asking for consent to continue the conversation is often the difference between escalation and repair. Fuck up, the escalation. Esperanza refused to pause. She escalated. She raised her voice and started cursing and crying. Kingston's body tensed up. Old resentments piled onto new ones, and suddenly Esperanza was making remarks that she couldn't take back. Action step. Before things ignite, agree on a cooling off period. Step away, breathe, reset your nervous systems, and schedule a time. ideally within 24 hours, to revisit the conversation. Rosenberg teaches that breaks aren't avoidance. They are preparation for returning with compassion. Taking a break can help us return to the conversation ready to listen and express ourselves more effectively. Next, close the loop. Fuck up, the unresolved tension. Days passed. The argument remained untouched, unresolved. Resentment fermented. Connection weakened. Both of them were still feeling hurt and disconnected. What could have been repaired becomes a secret grudge that each partner nurtures alone. Action step. Once you have both cooled down, come back together deliberately to discuss the issue openly. Try not to wait more than 24 hours unless you explicitly agree on more time. One partner speaks uninterrupted for 30 minutes, then the other. Both reflect, not rebut. Then agree on what happens next time, because there will always be a next time. That's not failure, that's relationships. When we connect with our needs, Rosenberg notes, we can express ourselves in ways that invite understanding. And finally, build emotional resilience. Fuck up. The recurring cycle. The same argument appeared for Esperanza in multiple outfits. Different scenes, different lovers, different nights. That wasn't fate. That was a pattern, and she started to feel hopeless. This cycle of conflict degrades trust and breaks down communication, and patterns don't disappear until someone grows. Action step. Commit to your emotional fitness. Invest in building emotional resilience together. Read the books. Do the workshops. See the poly-informed therapist. Build your vocabulary. Practice repair. Do your work, individually and together. The more tools you have at your disposal, the better equipped you'll be to handle future conflicts. Emotional resilience is cultivated through awareness and empathy. Rosenberg suggests, as you learn to navigate your feelings and needs together, do your work, both individually and together. Emotional resilience isn't a trait like brown eyes, it's a training regimen like cardio. Navigating arguments tied to jealousy, insecurity, and feeling left out is a complex process that requires patience and understanding. With practice, moments that once felt explosive can become opportunities for growth and deeper connection. Takeaway: arguments aren't a verdict, they're invitations to deepen connections, if you slow down enough to accept them. Open relating isn't about avoiding conflict. It's about upgrading the way you move through it. When you cool the flames instead of fueling them, repair becomes not just possible, but transformative, and you emerge stronger together.